this is Anthony Cesari with SuccessForYourSongs.com, and in this video, we're going to look at a hit song that effectively uses contrast as it moves from its verses to its choruses, so that you can apply this concept to your own music. Now, one thing that I talk about a lot on this site is using contrast between your verses and choruses as a way to get them to sound different from one another, to keep your songs interesting, and rightfully so. It's an important topic in songwriting. But this time I'm going to take it a step further and show you an example of how you can not only contrast your sections, but also have the meaning of your lyrics tie into that contrast to really ramp up your song's idea. So if you've ever seen the movie Tommy Boy, where Chris Farley and David Spade are singing along to It's the End of the World as We Know It and I Feel Fine by R.E.M., they hit a point in the lyrics where they just start rambling because they don't know the rest of the words and they just can't keep up with the lines. And the funny thing about that song is we're always impressed by our one friend who can actually sing the whole verse without looking at the lyrics. So what's happening there? Why are we in such amazement when someone can actually pull this song off? Aren't songs meant to be singable? So first, take a listen. I'll put a link for the video if you need a refresher or if you haven't heard the song before. And at least listen to the first verse and chorus. And you can even try and sing along if you want. So do that and then come back. Okay, contrast. So the first thing that you probably notice about this song is the fast pace and craziness of the verses. So that's this song's thing, right? That's who it is. It's a big ball of chaos. Well, in its verses anyway. So the chorus, which starts on the words, "It's the end of the world and I feel fine," that's slow and drawn out, at least compared to the verses. Contrast between sections is the way we distinguish one section from another. So one of the many ways to achieve contrast is to change the rhythm and the length of phrases between sections. So this is the main strategy that this song uses to achieve contrast between its verses and its chorus. The verses are super quick and choppy, while the chorus is comparatively drawn out. So it's a pretty effective strategy. So another thing we can think about in this song is chaos versus clarity. If the lyrics in the verses actually hold any meaning, they seem to be about chaos. And if there's no actual meaning, then by definition, that still makes them chaotic. So the verses are really about chaos, which of course ties back to the whole end of the world idea. And when the chorus hits, it simply proclaims it's the end of the world as we know it 3 times as a summation of what's happening in the verses. But the coolest part happens on the 4th line of the chorus, in the line, "and I feel fine." Because after this crazy, fast-paced verse, which gets summed up by the first 3 lines of the chorus, the phrase "I feel fine" is the most drawn out, with the longest notes of anything we've heard so far. So what we hear is "and I feel fine," while the mood of the music is the most relaxed compared to everything else that we've heard in this song. So it all ties together. It's this strategic use of lyrics married to their meaning. So not only do the verses imply chaos through their words, but they also do so with how the mood of the music makes us feel. In a contrasting way, the chorus slows down and feels more subdued, which is perfectly fitting by the time "I feel fine" kicks in on the last line. And it makes us feel fine when we're otherwise surrounded by all this chaos. So try this out. Take a lesson from R.E.M. and continue to contrast the feel of your verses and choruses. You've got a new way to try that out by changing rhythms and lengths of phrases between sections, like what's done in "It's the End of the World as We Know It." And then to really drive home your lyrical ideas, see if you can get them to tie into the moods that you create in the music of your verses and choruses, because your songs will always be the most impactful when you can pull this off. And you'll know if it feels right. So try that out and have fun with it. So I hope you found that information useful. If you're looking for a lot more ideas on improving your songs and your songwriting skills, please download our free cheat sheet by tapping on the screen here. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, you can tap our logo on the screen for that. So thank you for checking out this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.